Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I just put my Merlin app on it turned out for 7 minutes while I made my coffee and fussed around. It heard 16 birds, 16 different birds. White-breasted nuthatch, tufted titmouse, American robin, red-billed woodpecker, downy woodpecker, northern cardinal, northern mockingbird, Baltimore oriole, American goldfinch, white-throated sparrow, American crow, blue jay, great-crested flycatcher. But that was sort of a half. I think it does a little half thing like, I think so, but maybe not. Northern house wren, house finch, and mourning dove. And it's funny, I keep forgetting that mourning dove is M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. It does sound very sad. I always thought it was talking about the time of day. Look how pretty I look. We went grocery shopping yesterday on the way home from the eye doctor, and I bought my hanging flowers at Wegmans, which is what I did last year. I got my last year's hanging basket at Wegmans too, and I put that over there because no, I did not plant my flowers, but I did water them. And I went to the grocery store, which is where I get my Maybelline vinyl lipstick. Ha ha ha. So I got Koi, which is kind of a pink. We'll see what I think. Oh, I keep forgetting I should do the bottom first. There is so much glare on my phone. I have to look at it in the house and see how I did, because I really can't tell. But I always think I need to do that side. Oh, it's a good color, I think. It's hard to tell with the glare. So, there we go. So we went to the eye doctor yesterday, and it's a little bit ironic because we went to the eye doctor. We originally got these appointments because Aura lost her glasses and we needed to get her new glasses, and so she needed to get her eyes checked. But we had to make this appointment so far in advance that by the time, I mean, we did this appointment like 3 months in advance. So in the meanwhile, she's not here anymore, and getting her around for a faraway appointment just didn't seem practical, and so we canceled her appointment, and Dennis and I just went. Well, we both admitted on the way home, but I didn't think my eyes were too bad. I don't know, if it hadn't been for Aura, we wouldn't have made this appointment, and then we ended up going, which was fine. It was been 1.5 years or so since we had our eyes checked, and neither of us had a change in our glasses prescription. So our eyes are very stable. I have a small cataract, I guess one in each eye. It's forming, very small, she said, and it's slightly bigger than it was. So she said it's nothing to worry about, but you need to be wearing sunglasses, which I haven't been wearing. I stopped wearing sunglasses a few years ago, and because it's like good for you to get the sunlight into your body, and that includes through your eyes, but it also has an effect on your eyes. So anyway, these are my sunglasses I bought in New Orleans. I don't know that you necessarily saw them. Aren't they cute? But because my prescription hadn't changed at all, I decided to forego getting new glasses there. They would have been very high quality, but they wouldn't have been cute. They'd been okay. They had some okay ones. But my prescription, I have the tiniest, little astigmatism. So my prescription is essentially a reading prescription, which means that I can go to the drugstore and buy glasses. Now, I started getting them done at the optometrist, at the opticians at the optometrist because of the quality. The difference in quality of a professional lens at a good quality optician is very different than the level of quality in a, lens crafter glasses, or even Costco or the drugstore. So, and because I was a computer systems analyst / manager, I spent a lot of time on my computer. And so back in the olden days, I used to have a monitor glasses, which was sized to the distance of a monitor, and my reading glasses. Because I was in glasses all day, I wanted really high quality lenses. And Dennis's eye insurance made that relatively cheap. So after I retired, I had a tendency to continue to do that. But, and so these glasses I got from them, they're kind of cute. They're not fabulously cute, but, so these, my other glasses, which were, from Costco, were my second glasses, but I ended up wearing them more, and, Maisie ate those. So these are my last good glasses. The problem with them is they're so skinny on the side that my glasses holder doesn't work very well. I have to keep adjusting it. And my one glasses holder on the side broke, so I need to go get some hardware to fix this glasses holder and the one I got from Megan. But anyway, a new pair of glasses there. The lenses I saw that I liked, that I would have picked, were Steve Madden. I didn't even ask what the price was, but the frames for glasses are incredibly expensive, like $200 or $300. It's ridiculous. So my glasses end up costing $400, and they are readers essentially. So I didn't buy new glasses at the optician. However, when I got home, and I asked her, when I didn't get my prescription because I'm not going to send my prescription out, but I asked her, if I do, I do want drugstore readers, because I just throw them in my purse. They keep them in my car, and she said, oh, I would get +3 with your current prescription. I'm like, okay. So I came home and I went on Etsy and I bought myself 2 cute pair of +3 readers and 2 not as cute sunglasses, because this is my only sunglasses. So I bought 1 sunglass reader so that I could wear them now and I could actually see, and 1 regular sunglasses. Well, because yesterday we came home, we both had gotten drops, so our eyes are dilated, so we're like, and it's very bright out here, and we have a bright sunny deck. Even when we were in the shade, it was very bright out here, and I could not be looking at this house. I couldn't sit in this chair and get the reflection from the house last night. It would have just killed me. So anyway, I had to rig up my reading glasses and my sunglasses so I could sit out here and read because it was so bright. Now, I don't normally have my eyes dilated, so it's not a huge problem, but... So anyway, and I spent, 20% of what I would have spent if I got new glasses. And I got 4 pairs of glasses, so I got to shop. So that's what I did. So I did order new glasses, and they will be coming in the mail from Etsy providers. But meanwhile, I do have cute sunglasses. But I can't, I can't see detail very well. I think that's a good color. You tell me what you think. Koi. This is Maybelline Vinyl Koi. I have another one that I can't find. I don't know where the heck it is. It must be like deep in my purse or in a bag. It might be in my knitting bag. I was trying to, whatever. Anyway, cheers. So yesterday we did the whole eye thing, and we got a little. We never got lost around here because Dennis grew up here. He learned to drive, in southern Chester County, and so he's like, oh, this has really changed, in 55 years. So, but we did a couple turns and we had bridges out and road closures and things like that. So we were doing a little adventuring around southern Chester County, which is an absolutely stunningly beautiful place. And it was a beautiful day. And we were retired. So we kept telling ourselves, it's okay. And Aura wasn't home alone or anything like that. The dogs were fine. So we just didn't try to enjoy our ramble around southern Chester County on our way home. But we stopped at the grocery store and I snuck in a lipstick into our grocery order. And so the dogs are all set and Dennis is all set. He got a big, he eats a Canadian cheese. Now we do have a connection in Canada who is willing to continue to send him Canadian cheese. I actually buy Canadian coffee, and my connection will send me coffee too. In case the whole tariff trade thing goes to hell in a handbasket. But Dennis got a huge block of this cheese, so he's set for a while. I mean, we literally did sit down and say, okay, things are gonna, things aren't gonna be good, and supply chains are gonna break, and what can we do now to mitigate our situation personally? And so he bought a giant block of cheese, and I bought 2 big things of toilet paper. And I've told you this before, but Dennis is a bit of a doomer, has been for a long time, long before, the rest of the world caught up. And so we aren't preppers, but we do have in mind, if things go bad, how do we mitigate for ourselves if we can? And so for years, we were keeping a very, very high, and I'm like, well, what am I going to be really sad about if I don't have it? And it won't surprise you to hear that toilet paper was the first thing I thought of. And so we have a big full basement. We have lots of room to store things that don't go bad. And so we had quite a stash of toilet paper. So when COVID hit and the supply chains went crazy, and for some reason, do we really import our toilet paper? I don't know. Well, the supply chains at the beginning of COVID weren't necessarily regarding imports. But anyway, toilet paper became a whole big thing in the United States, and not just here. And so Dennis and I didn't buy toilet paper because we're not going to take toilet paper away from people who weren't as foresightful as us. We did not buy toilet paper for literally 18 months when the toilet paper problem started around COVID. We had enough. And we only started buying toilet paper again because there was plenty of it, not because we were out in the basement. I have started restocking my huge stash of toilet paper. So, and I'm letting you guys know, if things get desperate, hit me up. Just saying. And I told my friends and family at the time, if you really have trouble getting toilet paper, let me know. So anyway, I bought toilet paper and he bought cheese. It's not funny. You know, the Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times. Feels like we're living in interesting times. Let's see how that all works out. But meanwhile, one of the aspects of our grocery shopping yesterday, besides getting a new lipstick, yeah, I think it's a good color. It's not as dramatic as some of the other colors, but well, you know, one of the aspects of our shopping trip was looking at the supply chain, looking at the tariff, looking at the, you know, cross-border stuff. And he loves this Canadian cheese. So, stocking up. This is not the store where we get my coffee. So anyway, that was yesterday. We got home and we sat outside. We were still dilated, so I sat outside and reading. Oh, the other thing that happened yesterday. So our bird feeder. I'm assuming you can see that. I can't tell if you can. Oh, there it is. Is it? Anyway, I think you see it. The baffle is a red plastic cup. And that's to keep the ants out because, of course, it's sugar water inside the feeder. And then the feeder is below it. Well, that's the same feeder we had last year. And as I've told you before, I think that I don't have anything new to say. Red is an unstable color outside of nature. And so the little red flowers where the hummingbird, you know, goes into the hole to get the nectar, the red flowers around it were completely faded and they were not red. And so 2 times we saw a hummingbird at our hummingbird feeder, and the one time it went for the cup on top, which was red, and, you know, dipped into the water, which probably wasn't even good for it. And the other one just flew around. So I got a red, I stopped showing you. I got a red, Dennis found a red Sharpie, and I went and I Sharpied all around the rubbery things to show them where the holes were. And we're hoping, we did see one dip its beak in real quick. So we're hoping the story gets out that we are feeding the hummingbirds. We shall see. We did see one hummingbird, like, really quick, but I got so excited I think I scared it away. I will have to periodically come and get my Sharpie out and redo those because they're not very bright at the moment. I hope I don't have to do it every day. Now, my plan originally was I was going to get some of that acrylic paint I got. Remember a couple years ago I did that art advent and I got acrylic paint and stuff. I never did anything with any of those things in there, but I do have red because they gave red and white and green, you know, Christmassy. So I have red acrylic paint that I have never tried. So maybe I'll actually find that paint and do something more permanent. But it was enough, it's red enough that it attracted a hummingbird yesterday. So we're hopeful that things are gonna go. I can hear, can you see the bird feeder? There is a, that is a tufted titmouse on my bird feeder behind me. So that's fun. 16 bird sounds in the 7 minutes before I started recording. I think that's pretty amazing. So I did water my flowers. I did not plant them yet. They're getting used to people being on the deck. So that's fun. And today, well, tomorrow Pete and Terry are coming, so if I'm gonna undecorate before they come, I gotta do it today. And you know how I am. It's starting to feel like Isn't gonna happen. You know, I'm such a procrastinator, and then I get pressured because, you know, but I'm gonna start. Maybe. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I had a nice long conversation with Dennis the other night. I didn't tell you about how much time is this. Oh my God, 20 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on. I had a very nice conversation with Dennis a couple nights ago where I was really kind of able to articulate a little bit of what was going on with me, you know, emotionally, and he gave me some advice and some insight that really helped me. So I am feeling somewhat better about the turmoil, my inner turmoil, and my inner reaction, my reactions to what's going on with us. Yeah, it really did help me. Still something to watch. So that was really good, and I had some frustrations, and he helped me put them into perspective, and it was really, really good. So I am feeling better. And, you know, the reality is I can clean my living room myself after I take down my Christmas decorations. And it's going to be rainy starting, like, today's Thursday, right? Starting this weekend. And it's going to be icky. And I'm like, you know, maybe I'll just sit on my deck until it's bad weather. And then I'll do my decorations. And Pete and Terry, forget it. They, you know, they don't judge. Well, if they do, they don't let me know. And that's fine. So I'm sitting here deciding you know, admitting, not deciding, just admitting that it's highly unlikely that I'll do the decorations today. But maybe in lieu of decorations, I will make a couple phone calls and write a couple emails instead. And that would feel like I got a little bit accomplished. But we did go grocery shopping, and I did buy glasses yesterday, and that was fun. And I read a book. So, and it's a beautiful day on my deck. And I had 16 different birds in 7 minutes. So I think I might just go with that. Oh, they left. And who wouldn't want to be on my deck instead of cleaning up their Christmas decorations? I had my tree up for 18 months. You recall. Some of you will recall. But I just don't know that I can do the whole living room full of decorations for 18 months. My granddaughters will think I'm strange. But I hope at least in a cool way, you know. Look at this, you know. Cool grandma. Cool nana. I don't know. Meanwhile, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and continue to work on it. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.